Okay guys, we're out here in my backyard doing a painting with light orb demonstration. I want to show you how to make an orb for yourself with painting with light. First thing we need to talk about is our light source. I have created out of a little battery pack of LED lights taped together, tied with a string. Here's a picture of it for you. And basically this is used so that we can swing around and create our orb. Next piece of equipment that's really important is our camera and tripod. Notice I've got this camera set up on a tripod so that it's staying still, so that the movement is created by the light and not the camera. With the camera here, we have some settings set up. I have a 25-second shutter delay. That's kind of a long time to have the shutter open, but since we're in this very dark area, I wanted to have a nice long aperture to get a nice orb or shutter speed. The other thing is the aperture. It's set at 2.8 so that the lens is wide open and taking in a lot of light, and we want to try and get the best photo we can. Alright, one of the things before we get started is I want to talk about safety. One of the things is we're doing this in the dark, so to be really safe, somebody needs to be with the camera at all times. Obviously I'm out here by myself, so I just need to be careful of the camera. But as people are around you and things like that, tripods, cameras tipping over, really kind of a dangerous situation, especially when we're using expensive DSLRs. The other thing is we're swinging this light around. There's a battery pack on the end of this. It's going to be dark, kind of flashing lights and stuff like that. So making sure your surroundings are clear and everything's going to be safe and stuff like that's a really important step. So make sure you're keeping safe. Okay, before we get started with our painting with light with the camera, I want to teach you a little bit about how to create an orb. And basically by swinging this light in a circle, I'm creating the part of an orb. So now I'm going this way, but as I twist, what I want to do is I want to keep the exact same spot down here at the bottom where the orb is going to cross that path. So you can think about it as the bottom of the sphere or orb that we're creating, and that light needs to pass in that same exact spot. So right here I picked a leaf. I'm going to be using something out here as the center point, and what I want to do is as I'm spinning around, I want that light to pass across that same spot each and every time, so that it creates a balanced sphere that is symmetrical and looks really good. If you're standing in one spot and twisting, you can probably see that is not crossing in the same spot and it's going all over the place. It might be a cool effect, but we're not going to be able to make an orb out of that. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started here with an orb. So what I need to do is get my shutter release going. I've got my timer set to 10 seconds, so I have plenty of time to get over to my spot before the shutter releases. And this is how it happens, guys. Notice I'm keeping the light passing the same spot. I'm using this fire pit as my center for my sphere, and I'm rotating around that spot in the middle. Having something circle like this really helps. Alright, that's the release of my shutter. Let's take a look at what it looks like. This photo was taken with the lights on, so it doesn't quite have the look that I'm going for. Alright guys, as you can tell, I've shut off the lights around here so we can make an even better photo for our final. Alright, here we go. Okay, so taking a sneak peek, I really like there's some ambient light around the side and the trees. Things are lit up, my orb looks good. Kind of hard to see on this screen, but I'll show you a final picture here in just a second. Alright guys, good luck with your orb making. Thanks for watching the video. Happy painting with light.